Hey guys, welcome to another one of our reviews. I'm the Worm, this is the Proton. Today we're doing a review on something we did receive free of charge from smokecloud.co.uk. This will not affect our review in any way, shape or form. It will be a true and honest review as always.
Today what we're doing is the Smok gripper mod. Lovely little sort of dinky mod from SmokeCloud. Thank you to Caroline for sending it down to us, very grateful for that. Basically what this is an 18350 mech or mechanical mod, and all it does literally is just fit a Carto in. It's a Bogue XL or XXL, I think it's XL, 45mm Bogue, size down there, so that's what it's made for, just stealth vaping Cartos. The price on this is $19.99 from SmokeCloud.co.uk, which is not too bad for sort of a very simple sort of mech mod. It's beautifully small.
You can also pay an extra $149 to for them to throw on a Bogue Carto with the actual mod when you buy it.
So you're ready to go, in there. They also sell the Bogue Cartos as well, $1.99 with free delivery as well. So go back and get your Bogues, not too bad at all. And yeah, it's just a kind of, I think it's designed as a nice sort of stealth vape, palm hand kind of. You aren't seeing that. All you can see is the drip tip, and even then, if I'm doing this, you haven't got a clue what I'm doing. So yeah, kind of stealth vape little mod, which is pretty cool. Build on this, the quality is actually pretty good. It's a plastic body, but it's got that kind of familiar rubberized paint on it, and it actually feels really, really nice. You've got a seam down there you can see, but that's about it, to be honest with you.
It does feel really comfortable in the hand, guys. It's not like an uncomfortable mod or anything. You look at the shape and you think, but when you actually put it in your hand, it is actually quite comfortable to use. It's not like an uncomfortable one by any chance. That button is very nice and clicky. It's not too much of a press, but it is got a nice little bit of resistance, just enough so it's not going to accidentally go off in your pocket or anything. So
it does say that it's the same button from the Bolt. So if you're familiar with the Bolt, you'll know what this kind of button feels like. But it is a nice kind of firm but comfortable press. Kind of what it is. We primed it. Well, actually primed this Bogue about 2 days ago, didn't we? Yeah. It's kind of been sitting there having a little vape here and there. So yeah, the Bogue's been primed. It's a 2-ohm Bogue on this, and I think realistically that's what you're going to want to go. You're going to want to go with your low res Bogues and not your standard, just because 3 ohms on sort of 3.7 or 4.2 to 3.2 volts might be pushing you like a wee bit. But
if you have a look out there as well, you can buy it. It's called the gripper adapter. Basically, it's a 45mm long ego to ego adapter, which
510 to 510.
510 to 510. Sorry, 510 to 510 adapter, which will allow you to put like your drippers or whatever else you want on there. So it's going to be protruding a little bit more. But if you do want to use a mechanical mod with, or this mechanical mod with your drippers, it is out there. And I think it's
anything 510. To be honest, you can use your Carto tank. Yeah. You can use, I mean, that with a little DDA on top or a little Zeus would probably be quite nice. It'd run as well as it did in any other mech mod.
I'm saying drippers just mainly because something like this on top,
it's going to look ridiculous. But
it's not going to be as stealth vapey, is it? So,
right, but it could be done though. So that kind of be.
Not saying you couldn't use it, but
yeah, you can get the 510 extenders for this length. Readily available if you chose to do that. But the idea is to run it with a Bogue, and it does a pretty good job at it. We touched on build quality. Switch feels nice. It's all for 20 quid, you know what I mean? It's not bad at all. If I can improve a couple of bits, this bottom cap, it's not bad actually. It's not badly weighted. It's better than stuff like the lava tube and stuff. But it's still like a wee bit more weight. You've got a, I want to say gold brass, but it kind of looks almost gold plated. There's no info on the spring.
No, it doesn't say.
No info on the spring. I'd imagine it's a brass spring. If not, it may be gold plated. It looks, either way, it's doing a fairly good job. This brings me now straight away to one problem that we have had with this is the only problem. Now and again you'll put it in, nothing, or you'll be vaping, put it down and nothing. Now I found a cure to this, and it doesn't happen at all when you do this because it's a mechanical mod. There's no reverse polarity. Stick the battery in upside down, and it solves that issue. Solves that issue straight away. There you go, we're back on. And if you have it like that, it doesn't actually affect it at all. I don't know whether it's just maybe this one or if it's a common problem with them. But yeah, just now and again with certain batteries, we found that you stick it in, nipple up, and it misfires or won't fire. To be honest, we found like with a couple of mechanical mods we actually have and used, putting the battery up in upside down seems to solve a lot of misfire issues. Scaly 19s, we both run these battery upside down just because of that.
And it's shortens the throw on the Scaly 19, which is obviously a plus for us, which is what we wanted anyway. So, but in that, yeah, you turn your battery upside down, no misfires as of yet.
No, none yet, and we've used it for a bit. Literally all you need with this, guys, is just, well, $19.99 plus $150 for your Carto, so $21.50 50 plus a drip tip, and you kind of stealth vaping.
Add some juice.
Add some juice,
if you're obviously don't have any juice, or if you're new and you just want to buy it off the bat,
get some juice and prime the carto beforehand, obviously. But it's not overly hard. I mean, with these XL bows, you can get about between 30 and 40 drops, depending on the size of your drops, and obviously no drops are equal depending on what bottle they're coming out of. So you get about 1.5 million roughly, I'd say. To be honest with you, if you were sort of going somewhere sort of sneaky and you wanted to have a little stealth vape, that would be more than enough to do that.
Cinema.
If you we're not recommending that you go and vape in the cinema or anywhere else that you're not allowed to, obviously.
But if you want to.
What you do is up to you, basically. I do want to say we really don't recommend you stealth vape. It's not something I tend to do.
I have
done it. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I have done it, and I know he has done it. But we're not recommending you do it. You wouldn't smoke where you know you're not allowed to, and I know this isn't smoking, but a lot of people view it in the same light. People that are less educated, and it's not worth doing. But it's nice if you want to take small and compact. If you're going on a night out and you just wanted to have a couple of vapes and you had a couple of prime cartos with you, you just swap them out. Easy done. No big fuss at all. We've got a 5-point hit list that we tend to do for sort of, well, mods and at ease, but with mods we don't do flavour and vapour because obviously that performance is going to be coming from the bow, which is just delivering the power, so we're going to sort of put build quality and price in place of flavour and vapour.
It looks okay. It does look a bit weird. It really does. It's not like your typical mod where it's like cylindrical or square. It's kind of two cylindrical items melded together into like a figure of 8 kind of design. It's not horrible looking by any means. I'm glad it's in black. It probably would look kind of rubbish in silver, I think. But in black, it's alright. I don't think it's one of my personal favourite looking devices, but it's still alright. An 8.
And for me, I quite like the way it looks. I think it serves a purpose. I think there is a reason for something like this. I'd have liked the extension. Be honest with you, if I'm going to use this and I will end up doing this, I'll get the extension and I'll run something like a miniature A7 500 or something on top of it. Quite stealthy still, but then I can obviously drip, which is what I tend to do anyway. But if you're just a native carto user, there's no reason why this wouldn't suit you down to the ground. No. The battery life of it's pretty good. It's just sort of it depending on your battery. But at the minute, it's an 800 mAh eFest 18350 in here, and it will last me all day. There's no reason for that. But looks wise, I'm gonna give it a 9. I actually quite enjoy the way it looks. I think it's a nice kind of, it's a pleasant little thing. It's
a different take on definitely design sort of thing, but usability. When you put in your battery and you press one button, it's really not the hardest.
But that's not on the device.
That's not the device at all, is it? That's the bow carto. So as the device, as long as you've primed your carto and put your carto in, you put in a battery and you press that fire button, it's going to work. 10 easily.
I can't really argue with that. You just make sure your battery's charged, put it in. I mean, on the odd occasion, if you do get misfire, flip it in upside down and just run it upside down from there on. It performs the same, and you won't get that problem.
Do that from the start.
Do it from the start. Well, I mean, I don't recommend you put it in upside down. I mean, we have found no issues as to putting your batteries upside down in a mechanical mod whatsoever. But all I will say is that if it's got a right way, it's got a wrong way for a reason. What that reason is, we can't fathom. But there must be someone out there who knows what it is. If you do know, drop it down for us. But run it upside down, there's no problem with that. Yeah, 10. You can't. It doesn't get any easier. Just charge the battery, stick it in.
Maintenance. Well, charge the battery. 10.
I can't add anything more to that. What can you say? It is what it is. You literally put a battery in it, put a carto in it, and go like that and vape. So yeah, it's just 10 for maintenance. You've got nothing to maintain. It's just maybe clean it now and again, but that's the same with everything. So not really relevant, is it?
Build quality. I want to say on this because it is only $19.99. The build quality of it is up to scratch. I wouldn't say it's amazing like we did point on that we would like a heavier bottom cap, but that's like kind of personal niggly bits.
Little seam there.
Yeah, it's a slight seam, but for 20 quid, it's a really cheap mechanical mod, really. So 9.
I mean, build quality for me. I mean, when you take into account the fact that it's only 20 quid, what can you get for 20 quid nowadays? Bag of chips or something? Do you know what I mean? It's
bag of chips.
Do you know what I mean? But It is for what you're paying. I think it feels actually sort of a little bit more than 20 quid's worth when you're holding it, and the button's nice and firm. It's not. It doesn't feel like the button's going anywhere anytime soon. And the rubberized coat, I can't see it scratching off easy. It does feel like a nicely amount of rubberized coat. And we didn't point out, guys, it's kind of stupid of us. There is a vent hole on the bottom, and now we flipped it upside down. It's where the battery will be venting anyway, which is good. And you've got your knurling on your bottom cap to make it a bit easier. But it all feels up to scratch. It feels as good as, well, but better than a lot of 20 quid devices that I have had. So yeah, the build quality for me is getting a 9. I don't think it's bad at all.
No, overall, for what it is, a mechanical Carto mod kind of, because it is designed to just go with Cartos, but you can get the extender cap, or the 510 to 510 extender on it to make it use on anything. But as standard as we have it, it's just for Cartos at the moment. Overall, it's a 9.
Okay. For me, as William said, it's made to run Cartos. I've got to point out, I don't ever run Cartos native. It's not what I would do. If you are someone who does, this is probably perfect for you. For me, I'm going to get the extension. I'm going to run a little dripper up there with 1 ohm coil, and I'm going to be loving it. But then you can do that if you choose to. There's nothing stopping you doing that. If that's the way that you want to use this device, then you're more than welcome to do so. It's your money, do whatever you like. For me, overall, yeah, as it is now, native Carto, I think it's lovely. It buries the Carto. I mean, I'd rather have that than an Ego battery with a Carto on it for sure.
Yeah. I
think it looks better than an Ego battery with a Carto on it as well.
Definitely.
So yeah, I mean, I'm going to give it a 9. I think it's a nice looking little mechanical that will do everything you want it to, and with the extension, you'll be able to get a whole lot more going on up here as well. So yeah, I think it's wicked. I think it's a 9 overall. It is what it is.
Yeah,
it's a little mechanical, wicked, lovely stuff.
Definitely recommend this if you're going to be using Cartos native.
Yeah,
if you're going to be getting extended on it with a 510 to 510, and we're saying, Kels, can't tell you how it performs just yet because we can't honestly say, but I assume it's going to run really well if you get like a lower than 1 ohm, 1 to lower ohm coil wrap on there. So yeah,
even at 1.4, I mean, it'll run
fine. It'll
run like any other mechanical mod, would you, as you expect it to.
Yeah.
Overall, I mean, would I change anything about this? Yes, I would. I'd have the extension as part of the gripper kit, and honestly, if I was designing this, I'd have made it an 18500 mod. Because one, you get better battery life, and the main reason being is that I could stick a kick in here. How I'd get it out of here, I don't know, but I could stick it in. But you can get a kick in there, and you might be able to have a bit of variable volt as well, or variable wattage if you like. But overall, not displeased with this at all. It's a really nice, well-built, performing little bit of kit, and yeah, we'd recommend it for the price. You can't really go wrong.
No, for 20 quid.
It's 20 quid, 20 quid. What can you do with 20 quid? Nothing. Get one of these, why not? I think we're wrapping up there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I have been Mr. Proton. This has been The Worm.
Catch you soon, guys.